I hope the screen is visible to you. Isn't it, Govin? Screen is
Yes, ma'am.
visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good, very good. Okay, so this is a conceptual chapter that we have to learn it. That way, this kind of teaching is good. I feel if any addition will be there, we will see. If you feel any difficulty, we will change the tool. So first of all, what are p block elements? P block elements are those elements with in which the last electron present in p subshell. This is the first thing related to p block element. So p block elements are those elements in which the last electron is present in the p subshell. Okay, so in you know that in p subshell maximum capacity of 6 electrons are there. Because of that, there are 6 groups in p block. 6 group of elements are there in p block. First one is group 13. Group 13 elements are also known as boron family. Second is group 14. These elements are also known as carbon family. Then group 15 is called nitrogen family, and 16 is called oxygen family, or it is also called chalcogens. Group 17 is called halogens, and last group is noble gas, 18 group, or it is also called a zero group. Okay. In 11th class, we have learned group 13 and 14. So we will start group 15 onwards in 12th class. Okay. So these are introduction part regarding p block elements. This is the only introduction part. And of course, the general electronic configuration is there. What is the general configuration? NS2, NP, 1 to 6. NS2 means 2 electrons are there in the S subshell. NP 1 to 6 means P subshell is capable of accommodating 6 electrons. Okay, so group 15 means what? NS2 is there. Then which is the first element in group 15? Nitrogen. Its atomic number 7. Configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So that means the configuration, general configuration, we can say NS2, NP3. So this is the configuration related to group 50. So which are the elements present in group 15? Which are the elements? You have to remember name of the elements. General electronic configuration, we know NS2, NP3. And which are the elements present in group 15? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. So these are the elements. These are the elements present in group 15. Okay. First case, nitrogen, molecular nitrogen. I think the screen is very small to see. I will make it little bit big. Okay. Now the screen is visible to you, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you read it? Can you read?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because there may be some problem related to this. Otherwise, I will go back and I will come back again. Let us see. Stop sharing and I will come back. Okay. So now we will continue. First of all, nitrogen. You know that how much percentage of atmosphere occupy nitrogen? How much percentage? How much percentage? Anybody without looking on the book? How much percentage of nitrogen contain?
78.
78%. Okay. 78% nitrogen containing nitrogen present in the atmosphere. So let us think about periodic table. See, look at the position of 15th group elements. Look at this. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. At least 4 elements you need to know. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Out of the 3, all the 5, first 2 elements are non-metals. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals. Arsenic and antimony are metalloids. Bismuth is a typical metal. Okay. So this is general information regarding group 15 elements. So let us think about the remaining points regarding occurrence of nitrogen. 8% is there. Besides that, nitrogen is also present in the form of compounds like sodium nitrate. It is known under the name chili saltpeter. And potassium nitrate, second source, it is also known under another name, Indian saltpeter. You know why this is known under the name Indian saltpeter? Anyone? Why is it called so? So it was of Indian origin, that's why. This salt first isolated or first found from Chile. So that's why it has this name and this was this name. Okay. So next is phosphorus. Phosphorus is also exists in earth crust in different forms. Fluorapatite, write down the formula. Ca3PO4 whole twice CaF2. Second one also you need to remember, chlorapatite. Only the difference is that instead of fluorine, which is coming chlorine. Otherwise, both the compounds are similar. See that? That's why it is called the chlorapatite. Okay. And if it is replaced by OH group, it has the name hydroxyapatite. So it is easy to remember the name. Okay. So phosphorite rock. Phosphorite rock means it is naturally occurring form calcium phosphate. At least you remember the first 2 sources of phosphorus. Okay. Note down the name. Now the next 3 elements we are taking together, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So out of this, bismuth is a radioactive element and arsenic and antimony are metalloids. They are exist in the form of their sulfides, arsenic and antimony. Okay. General information is this. Now this is the next topic, very important. Why is it very important? Because this topic is common to all P block, all group in P block, all groups. Okay. So this is the first point. So you can put a Roman letter 1 and mention this heading, atomic properties of group 15 elements. Atomic properties. In between, if you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and tell your name and you can ask the question. Okay, relevant to the topic. So this is the first point, atomic properties of group 15 elements. Okay. Among this atomic property, the first property is electronic configuration. Only mention the general electronic configuration. Okay. So write down the first point, electronic configuration. Write down the general electronic configuration. This is sufficient. general electronic configuration is ns2np3. Can anyone say, is there any speciality related to the configuration? Any speciality? Any speciality is related to the configuration? What you think? Anyone?
Ma'am, there is noble gas.
No, it is not a noble gas. I am talking of all 15th group element and I am talking of configuration only. Focus on that. Any other answers?
Ma'am, it is stable.
But how can you make out that it is stable on the basis of configuration?
Ma'am, the last group
Ma'am,
has
शायद
half
तो
built shares.
transition.
Yes, ma'am. Half
Good.
of
Very good.
total.
Very good. Maybe two students combinedly said the correct answer. Very good. I think one is Alima, second is Poonam. Am I right?
Ma'am, Tisha.
Ma'am, no. Yeah.
Sorry. And second one? Poonam. Okay, anyway, both the answers are correct. First of all, you can see that NS2. NS2 means a completely filled. Second is NP3. It is half filled. So because of this configuration, it has extra stability point to be noted. Okay. One outermost shell is there and it is half filled, and one subshell is completely filled. Because all these 5 electrons are present in the outermost shell. Out of the 5, one is 2 of the electrons are present. 2 electrons are present in S, which is completely filled, and 3 electrons are in the p subshell, which is half filled. Because of this, it has extra stability. Okay, so this is the very important. Second point among atomic properties is atomic and ionic radii. No need to mention all the points related to this. What is the special point related to atomic and ionic radii? Simply we can say that along the group, atomic size increases. Okay? Along the group, atomic size increases. So that is important. Now compare group 14. Atomic size of 15 group is less. What is the reason behind? What is the reason behind? The reason is due to increase in nuclear charge. What do you mean by increase in nuclear charge? Number of protons as well as number of electrons increased by 1 unit, but number of main energy level remains same. And because of this, size will be decreased. So this is important. Comparison of 14th group and 15th group element. Okay, so that's important. Now next is related to increase in size from top to bottom. What is the reason? Mention that point also. From top to bottom, along the group, number of main energy level goes on increasing. Number of main energy level goes on increasing. Because of that, atomic size increases. Okay, so these are the 3 points you have to remember. So that's all related to atomic and ionic radii. Okay, now come to the next point. Note down the points only. Okay, third point is ionization enthalpy. Here we can specify that ionization enthalpies, because maximum of 3 ionizations possible from 13th group elements. Maximum. Why is it maximum? Because NS2 completely filled, it will be very difficult to remove electrons as such with extra stability. But in p subshell, 3 orbitals are there, and these orbitals are half filled. Therefore, we can remove this 3 electrons one by one. That's why it is mentioned first ionization enthalpy, second ionization enthalpy, and third ionization enthalpy. So let us think about definition of ionization enthalpy. Can anyone define the term ionization enthalpy? Anyone? What is ionization enthalpy? Unmute yourself and you can say the answer.
Ma'am, it is the minimum amount of energy required to remove the
Ah.
most loosely held electron from an
Yeah.
isolated gaseous atom.
Very good, Tisha. Very good. Very good. Very good. Keep it up. Okay. So, minimum amount of energy required to remove the most loosely held electron from an isolated gaseous. Okay. So, in this way, we can say, in the case of nitrogen, since P sub has 3 electrons, first ionization enthalpy. So when it one electron, nitrogen gain oxidity charge. Suppose nitrogen is being the first element, we can consider nitrogen as the example. So let nitrogen is taken as the example, and nitrogen, when lose one electron, it becomes N plus. Correct? N plus. When it lose second electron, it becomes N2 plus, and third become N3 plus. So when we compare these three ionization enthalpies, third ionization enthalpy is.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Okay, this is maybe connectivity problem, because now we are explaining the slide. Okay, it is reading out. My source of data. Okay, 1 minute. I'm stop sharing. We will continue. No problem. We will. I'll continue. So third point is ionization enthalpy, and fourth point, you can write the fourth point. Write down. Now is it clear? Voice is clear, Govind? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Govind? Okay. I'm coming
Yes,
back. Okay, no problem. You can write the fourth point. Write down the fourth point. We are not wasting the time. Electronegativity. Write the next point, electronegativity. Electronegativity and what is electronegativity? What is, anyone can say what is electronegativity? Anyone?
Amount of energy required to attract lone pair of electrons.
Ayush,
One pair
loud.
of electrons.
Can you say it again?
Amount of energy
is the amount of energy
required to attract one pair of electrons.
Okay, but see, electronegativity is not related to energy. It is a tendency. Okay, so electronegativity is the tendency of the bonded atom. It is the tendency of the bonded atom to attract shared pair of electron towards itself. Okay, now my voice is breaking.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for the follow-up. So what is electronegativity? Everybody can write the definition. Electronegativity is the tendency. Underline the term tendency. It is the tendency of the bonded atom. Bonded means It is not related to an ionic bond. It is always related to a covalent bond, which is forming between atoms of two non-metals. Okay. So it is the tendency of the bonded atom to attract shared pair of electrons towards itself. That is called the electronegativity. Okay. So you know that when we are moving along the group, what about the non-metallic nature? What about non-metallic nature? What about the variation in non-metallic nature along the group? Non-metallic nature along.
Decreases.
Tisha, repeat your answer.
It
Non-metallic decreases. Very good.
decreases.
Very good. Non-metallic nature decreases while metallic nature increases. Simple reason. Atomic radius increases along the group. Atomic radius increases means what? Tendency to lose electron goes on increasing. So tendency to lose electron is called the metallic property. So when metallic property increases, obviously non-metallic property decreases. Therefore, we can say that along the group, electronegativity decreases. That you have to write. So we can write the reason also. It is due to the increase in size of the atom. It is due to the increase in size of the atom and the shielding effect of inner electron shell. Shielding effect. Okay, so that means it is influenced by inner shells. Okay, so we are going back to the periodic table once because we need periodic table for 1 minute. Look at the periodic table before coming to 15th group. You can see that here we can see transition elements are there. Okay, transition elements. Transition elements means D subshell is filling. D subshell is capable of accommodating 10 electrons, and similarly from this particular period onwards, which period? Locate antimony. Locate this. After antimony, we have inner transition elements means filling up of F subshell. F. So these intervention of these two orbitals, the two subshells are also coming there. These all will gives an effect to size of the atom. So that's why electronegativity also change the shielding, decrease in electronegativity. Now, is there any problem? Voice is clear? Bachcho? Govind?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Is
not
there any
clear.
problem?
Ma'am, voice
Not
clear
clear.
nahi thi. Yes, ma'am.
Ha. Okay, no problem. Because you know now start raining. Because of that problem is there. No problem. So now I think I have to stop this. Okay. So I feel I'll stop sharing and I'm coming back when the problem will be resolved. After some time, maybe it may be rain, so we can see it again. So I will continue with the same. Next property is electronegativity. Now, am I audible? Am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am.
Okay, so we will discuss in this way. It is better. Otherwise, we will have a loss of time. So, fourth property is electronegativity. And one more property is there. What is that property? Ionization enthalpy is over. One more energy related term is there. It is called electron gain enthalpy. Right, the fifth point. Fifth point, electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. So what do you mean by electron gain enthalpy? Anyone can say the definition of electron gain enthalpy? Anyone? What is electron gain enthalpy? It is not a tendency. It is a term related to energy only. Okay. Anyone can say the definition. Anyone will try to say the definition.
Ma'am,
Anyone?
it is the amount of energy released when an electron is added to an isolated gaseous atom.
Tisha.
Ma'am, when an amount of energy released when an electron
electron is added to
a isolated
gaseous
gaseous atom.
Correct. So rest of the students can note it down, because definitions are very clear to you. Definition must be clear to you so that you can answer conceptual questions. Okay. So it is the amount of energy released, because it is an exothermic process. Okay. Exothermic energy gets released. So it is amount of energy released when an electron is added to an isolated gaseous atom. Okay. Is it clear to everybody? So you can write it on the chat box. If it is clear to you. Okay, right? Why comes to itne to likh? Voice is not clear. Harshit, now also voice is not clear. Clear, correct. Very good. Why is there? Some whys are there, so that means it's good. I feel happy. Very good. Okay, so now what is the tendency along the group, electron gain enthalpy, how it vary along the group? How it vary? Anyone can say how it vary along the group? Electron gain enthalpy. It decreases down the group. Okay, it decreases because metallic character goes on increasing. That's why electron gain enthalpy keep decreasing down the group. Okay. So these are the 5 points related to atomic property. I'll repeat the points only. First is electronic configuration. Second is atomic and ionic radii. Third is ionization enthalpy, electronegativity, fourth one. And the last one is electron gain enthalpy. So these are the 5 points coming under the category atomic properties. Now the next properties. Okay, write down chemical properties. Chemical properties. So first you can write oxidation state. Oxidation state. Can you say a difference between oxidation state and valence? What is the difference between valency and oxidation state? What is the difference between valency and oxidation state? Write it down within 1 minute. State and valency. Oxidation state and valency. Okay, oxidation state and valency. Written?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the screen is visible to you? Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So something we have to write also. Okay. So Govind, can you tell me the difference between valency and oxidation state? What is the difference? Say the definition. That's all.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Anybody?
But oxidation state can be both positive and negative, but
And zero even. Very good.
But valency is always positive.
Always positive, and valency may be zero but not negative. Very good, Anjali. Very good. So this is the main difference between oxidation state and valency. So oxidation state may be positive, may be negative, may be zero even. Okay, but valency there are only two options. Either it may be positive or it may be zero. Now let us think about possible oxidation state of group 13 elements. Say which are the possible oxidation state of group 15 elements. Which are the possible oxidation state? So I can say one clue regarding the same. So when we write the configuration, what is there in the configuration? NS2NP5, isn't it? NS2NP5, this is also small letter. NS2NP5, okay? NS2NP5. What will be the first tendency of 15th group element? What is the first tendency? Say, first tendency is to gain the electron, okay? How many electron it can gain? How many electron? Say, how many maximum electron it can gain? Anyone? How many maximum electron it can gain? Huh? Loud. Speak
3.
loud. Very good. So it can gain maximum of 3 electron. So when an atom gain electron, what about its oxidation state? Is it negative or is it positive?
Negative.
Negative. Very good. Why is it negative? Why is it negative? When an atom gain electron, it become negative. Why? Why is it so?
Ma'am, number of electrons are more than number of protons.
Very good, Tisha. Number of electrons are more than number of proton. So that's why it become negative. So the first oxidation state is -3. This is the way you can find out possible oxidation state. Then next tendency is it may lose all the 3 electrons. Wait. NS2NP3 only. Wait. किसी ने बताया नहीं? NS2NP3 it is, not 5. Then it is capable of losing how many electrons? 3 electrons from p subshell. 3 electrons from p subshell. Capable of losing. When an atom lose electron, what about the charge it gain? What is the charge it gain? Say
Positive.
positive. Very good. So the second oxidation, this is the way you can understand. Otherwise, it's very difficult to remember all possible oxidation state. When you remember in this way, you never forget, okay? So -3 is there, +3 is there. Then imagine if it is supposed to lose all the 5 electrons. It never happens, okay? So under drastic condition, maybe theoretically it may be possible. So it may lose all the 5 electrons. So it gain the third oxidation state, that is +5. So these are the 3 possible oxidation state of -3, +3 and +5. These are the 3 possible oxidation state. Clear? Now next question is, which is more stable, +3 oxidation state or +5 oxidation state? Which is more stable? Suppose I'll take one example. Okay, I'll take one example, PCl3 and PCl. Okay, I'll make a change here. PCl3, C capital letter. PCl3 and PCl5. So here you know that first case the oxidation state of phosphorus is +3 and second case oxidation state of phosphorus is +5, correct? And what do you think, which is more stable? Say, which is more stable and why? Anyone? Okay, leave. Out of this, the stable one is PCl3 is more stable compared to PCl5. That means lower oxidation states are stable as compared to higher oxidation state. What is the reason behind? Anyone? What is the reason? When we
It
compare
is
the
easy to lose 3 electrons.
no, how is it easy to lose? That's way. And here tendency
And
to lose
more or
electron because
less
uh,
don't care.
moreover phosphorus is a non-metal. It has neither tendency to lose electron very quickly nor these 5 electrons. Okay, it is not related to tendency. Any other answer? Amir, you want to say something?
Ma'am, less number
What?
of, ma'am, less
Lone
number
pair.
difference.
correct, correct. कौन बोल रहा है? Lone pair electron is there. That's why.
And
किसने
Mary.
बोला है? Anne Mary. Very good, Anne Mary. So it has a specific name. What is that? It is called inert pair effect. Anybody remember that? It is called the inert pair effect. Tendency of the bond. This is what is inert pair effect? Tendency of the bonded atom to enter into bond formation. Less tendency. Reluctance of S electron to enter into bond formation. This is called the inert pair effect. This is the topic again related to 11th class. Okay, so inert pair effect, you can we will discuss it later, right? Okay, we'll continue in the next class. Inert pair effect will continue in the next class. So that's why I'm stop sharing. What is